Sorry about that, boys and girls. My video cut out. But now we know about two-dimensional shapes. They are flat and we can see all of it. And three-dimensional shapes. They are solid and they might have sides we cannot see unless we pick them up and turn them around. Okay? So now let's go into our math books on page 433. And you should have your shapes that we've been using this entire time. You should have shapes from a couple of weeks ago, like triangles and circles. And then you should have your three-dimensional shapes, your sphere, your cylinder, your cube, and your cone. And we are going to sort our shapes onto the chart. Two-dimensional, three-dimensional. So let's do it together with the shapes I have. Let's start with our first one. The hexagon. Is this a two-dimensional? Is it flat? Can we see all the sides? Or is it three-dimensional? Two-dimensional. I'm going to stick it right there. How about our sphere? I know this can look like a regular circle the way I have it cut out, but this is a sphere, not a regular circle. So this is a three-dimensional shape. Just like a ball you would hold in your hand, cannot see the other side of it right away. Sphere, three-dimensional shape. Take a look at our square. Is it flat? Can you see all the sides? Can you see all the vertices? Two-dimensional. You got it. What about our cube? It kind of looks like a square. We know a cube has 6 sides and we only see how many? 3. This is a solid shape. It's three-dimensional. How about our cone? Is there a side we cannot see here? There is. That means it's a three-dimensional shape. How about the triangle? Can you see all the sides? Can you see all the vertices? Yep, you can. Two-dimensional shape. Last one, a cylinder. Can you see all of the sides of the cylinder? Nope. That means it is three-dimensional. Hard work, KB. Really good. Let's turn the page to 434. Okay. On page 434, we have a mix of shapes. Some of them are two-dimensional, some of them are three-dimensional, and now we know what that means. Trace your circle around the square here. With your pencil, trace the circle around the square. On this page, you are going to circle all of your two-dimensional shapes. If it's a shape that you can see all of its sides, circle it with your pencil. Come down to the bottom and trace the X over your sphere. The sphere is a three-dimensional shape and we cannot see all of it like this. And I'll give you a little hint. When looking for your three-dimensional shapes, look closely at your sphere. Do you see the shadow at the bottom? We have a tiny little shadow mark at the bottom. That shadow is giving us a hint that there is more to this shape and we cannot see it. So that's going to help us to find the three-dimensional shapes on this page. On this page with your pencil, mark an X over all of the three-dimensional shapes that you can find. Take your time and use your spy eyes. Look for those shadows if that helps you. Let's come to page 435. All right, we've got shapes with no color, so we're going to add some color. We are going to find the two-dimensional shapes, the flat shapes, and I would like you to use red to color the flat shapes. If it's a flat shape and you can see all of its sides and all of its vertices, color it red. if you find a three-dimensional shape, a solid shape, let's color it blue. Two-dimensional shapes are red. Three-dimensional shapes are blue. Take your time. And let's come to page 436. In the top box, I would like you to draw your favorite two-dimensional shape. Draw your favorite two-dimensional shape. You can color it if you want to. You don't have to. And at the bottom, draw your favorite three-dimensional shape. Which one do you like the most? Draw it and color it if you would like at the bottom. Really hard work, KB. Let's keep going. Going on to page 437, now we are going to have to be detectives for the next couple of pages. We're going to see different pictures and we are asked to find different things. On this first page, I would like you to circle, trace the circle that is around the cylinder, and the cylinder is below the shelf. Say that with me. The cylinder is below the shelf. Trace that circle. Now trace your X on the sphere above the shelf. Here's our shelf. Trace your X on the sphere that is above the shelf. So practicing using words above and below. We know what these words mean. If I hold up the two crayons that I just used, red and blue, what crayon is above the blue crayon? Red. What crayon is below the red crayon? Blue. The crayon above blue is red. The crayon below red, blue. Awesome. We know above and below. We've used those words almost all year. Okay, let's turn the page 438. Okay, listen to the directions and be detectives. We have a playground scene. First thing I want you to do, circle the object that is shaped like a cone below the play set. So here's our play set. Circle the object with your pencil that is shaped like a cone, and it is below the play set. Do you see a cone? Next direction. Mark an X on the object that is shaped like a cube above the play set. Here's your play set, so let's look up. Put an X on the object shaped like a cube. Last direction, color the object that is shaped like a cylinder above the play set. Here's your play set. Do you see a cylinder somewhere up here? When you find it, color it any color. Turn to page 439. Okay, here we see, it looks like a game of volleyball. Oh, I love volleyball. Circle the ball that is above the net. Easy peasy. Circle the ball that is above the net. Mark an X on the box that is directly below the net. Circle an X, oh, excuse me. Mark an X on the box that is directly below the net. There's two boxes here, but only one of them is right below the net. Put an X on the one that is right below the net. Awesome work. One page left, 440. Here we have a net with nothing around it. The directions ask to draw to show what you know about real-world three-dimensional objects that might be above or below the net. Think about those three-dimensional objects. Think about the sphere, the cube, the cone, and the cylinder. Which one of those objects might be above the net? Maybe a ball? What object is that? Which one of those objects might be below the net? What could you put below the net? That would be a three-dimensional object. Start with your pencil in case you need to erase, in case you make a mistake, and then you can color it if you'd like to. Okay? That was really hard work, KB. I am so, so proud of you. Keep practicing around your house this weekend, finding objects that are two-dimensional, they're flat and you can see all the sides, and three-dimensional, they're solid and there might be sides you can't see right away. Great job, guys. See you really, really soon. Bye-bye.